Hi everybody, my name's Claire from Rainbow Acrylics. I'm going to do a really super bright, bold painting tonight. I've picked a selection of colours. They're all either fluorescent colours or iridescent colours. So it's going to be really bright and really sparkly. And I'm going to do a swipe with them. So let me show you the colours I've chosen. So here are the amazing colours. They are just so bright, so pretty. So let me show you what I've got. So there's 3 Daler Rowney paints. There's pearl white, fluorescent green and fluorescent orange. And then the rest here are Pebeo Studio acrylics. So I've got fluorescent pink, iridescent green yellow, iridescent violet blue, iridescent red blue, iridescent blue green, iridescent blue black and iridescent orange yellow. So just a lovely bright crazy mix of colours there. I have mixed all of these with my homemade pouring medium, and I make that with PVA glue, 2 parts PVA glue to 1 part water, and then I have mixed them all 50-50, 1 part paint to 1 part pouring medium. And I'm going to be putting in I haven't decided how much yet, 1 or 2 drops of spot on treadmill silicone into these little cups. They're quite small, so maybe 1, no, probably 2 cups of silicone. Great, so let me get the canvas out. The canvas I'm using is 30 centimetres by 42 centimetres. I've layered up my colours here. I've done them in a kind of rainbow order, but I've had to put some orange and greens next to each other, which if they mix, they're going to make brown. So I think what I will do is use the pearl white and place that just in between the colours that I'm a little bit scared of putting together. So first colour, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's maybe start with the middle colour. So I think if I'm going to put the orange vertical line down the centre. And I'm just going to put the pink on the other end. I'm just spreading them out like this, just so I know I've got enough room for everything. And then I can always add more paint on in a minute. So I'm about to put the green and a pinky purple next to each other. So I'm just putting a little bit of white there in between. So that's all the colours down. I have somehow left a big gap in the middle here. So I'll put a bit more of the green in, but I think I might add an extra colour in there as well. Or should I just do wider bands? No, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to go for more of the, make these bands wider. Right, that's plenty of paint. So now I'm just going to dab the canvas just to make sure there's no bare patches of canvas left. And I'm just going to tilt it slightly, just so I can take a little bit of the colour off. There's a lot of paint on here. I'd quite like to leave a little bit of paint so that I'll have enough to be able to tilt after the swipe, but I just think there's just too much at the moment. Right, I'm now ready to swipe. I've got a piece of kitchen roll here, and I'm just going to spray the edge of the kitchen roll, the bit that's going to come into contact with the painting, because I want it to just be a bit damp and a bit heavier. Right, I'm going to put it on the edge of this pink, this pinky red, and make sure it's touching all the way along. And then just pull it across the other colours. And then I'm going to do exactly the same again, but going the other way. So I've just dampened it, and now I can just pull it back across this way. I've just found by doing the two swipes, one back and forwards, I've managed to, in previous pieces, I've just managed to get a more even layer of paint. So if you swipe just in one way, I was finding that you get ridges and the paint seems to build up in different places. Whereas this just seems to, you get a more even spread. Right, let's start torching. So if I just try and show you what I've got so far. It's really pretty, but the cells are tiny. Oh, it's stuck. There we go. So I'll bring it up. Hopefully that is focusing so you can see. So really, really pretty. And then you've got this quite big pink section. So I think the pink section here is the first section to tilt towards, because I think it's just too much pink. So I'm just going to gently go back and forwards and see if I can get this to stretch a bit. The reason I'm going back and forwards is I'm trying to stretch these cells but keep them as round as possible. If I just tip the paint straight downwards off the edge of the canvas, what will happen is that they'll all stretch, but they will just elongate. They'll be very oval cells, and I would like, if I can, to keep them a little bit rounder. Right, I love this down here now. It's still too much pink here, but the weight of the paint isn't there, and it's really struggling to reach down there. So I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get that, tilt that, some of that corner off without overstretching too much. Let's try, because I'm not happy with that. Wow, these cells on this side here, these are opening up, these are looking beautiful now. I can just get that paint, that corner over, and then all I need to do is look at the composition. The colours are amazing. The tilting, I think for this painting is essential because it's just, it's transforming it. It's opening up all these cells. I think I've made a slight mistake in that I shouldn't have tilted any paint off at the beginning. And I did this last time. I think I should have actually just kept all the paint on so that I can then, I've got more to tilt. So I'm just bringing the weight of the paint back towards the centre. And then I'm just going to try and tilt off some of this edge. It's totally crazy. It's totally nuts. I love it. So happy. It's just so bright and happy. I really love it. It's incredibly iridescent and shiny. You probably can't see it very well at the moment, but when it's dry, you'll hopefully be able to see it much better. So just look at these colours. Pink and fluorescent greens next to each other. It's just amazing. You've got some blue black, and then some of the fluorescent orange there next to the turquoise. That's a gorgeous colour combination. And then the greenish yellow running through there, then the iridescent orange, and then the iridescent violet blue. The cells are just gorgeous. Next time I do this, I'm not tilting any paint off at all. I'm going to try and keep as much paint on the canvas as possible. Too much paint, because then it'll make tilting easier. So I was trying and even up the cells. So the cells at the top here are much larger than the cells at the bottom. It's inevitable, it always happens, but I would quite like to try and even it up, and I think the only way of doing that is to have more paint on the canvas so you can tilt more off. But yeah, really happy. It's just so bright and colourful. Love it, really love it. So I will be back once it's dry. These colours are absolutely amazing. I am so happy I added the fluorescent colours, because you can see the pink here, the orange, it is just so bright. The iridescence of this painting is absolutely amazing. So obviously totally iridescent or fluorescent paints in this painting. Absolutely amazing colours. This big section of blue-black, but surrounded by the pink, the lacing, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And then a very bright, bold section there. And I just love the little teardrop shape cells. So they're all just slightly oval where they've stretched. And I think instead of if they were just round, they wouldn't really show very much movement. But because they're sort of elongated slightly, it shows the flow of the painting even once it's dry. And I really like that. Look at that, orange and pink. Wow. And then right next to blue and green. The details are just gorgeous. I just love how bright it is and how shiny it is. The whole thing, it's very bright. So I realise not everybody will like this. This won't be everybody's ideal painting. But if you like something bright and fun and vibrant, then this could be it. So let me know what you think. Please leave me any comments, any thoughts you have about the painting. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Great, take care everyone. Bye.